Hi, this is Yanni. In this video, I'll be going my process of creating one of my products for my small fan merch business, which is today is Sua and Mizzy Photocard. So let's get started. Here I am beginning my drawing. I used a very light blue color for my sketch base. Then I started doing a more refined touches to my sketch with a darker color, which here I use is more like a brown, reddish brown. Well, personally, I do not do line art. I only do a cleaner or more detailed, refined version of a sketch. So right after that, I start doing my base color, my shadows. Shadows are created by using an effect layer multiplied. Well, until Mizzy, I kind of got stuck with trying to design her pose. But what really helped in the end was finding a reference. Trust, I was on Pinterest for like a whole hour on this. It was insane. Anyways, so yeah, and I saw this original art from Venus, the one that had Sua, this one, Hyuna together. This was one that really helped a lot. So finding reference is important. Who is not finding reference? Then you gotta give it a try. And here, same thing, after base color and add a multiply layer to begin my final rendering. Here I'm beginning my rendering phrases. I already had some touches on it. I really like to do something that looks like this, a split screen on the other side of the same art, because it helps a lot to, like, when you get tired of looking at one perspective of drawing for hours and hours, but seeing it from a flip or horizontally vertically, it helps your brain a lot to identify mistakes and whatever seems off. So once I think it's good enough, I'm starting to design the background for this piece. One thing I learned that help a lot designing the background is that expanding the canvas a little bit that creates a frame that looks like this helps you a lot just looking at the background itself and more focused there. So I give a lot of try. Don't be afraid to give tries. I tried like 3 different versions until I have a final thought for this. First one I tried was the text one, Sua in the background, and then the next one I tried, which I ended up with, was the shadow one I'm doing right now. It's giving reference. I found again reference. Reference is important, guys. Okay, now I'm just playing around with the color of the shadow, seeing different versions of it, trying to see whatever matches the best. It could be a blue tone shadow, a purple tone shadow, a warm tone shadow. Give a lot of tries, and then you'll find the one that you think you personally like the best or you think fits the best. Also, friends, don't forget to name your files. Please don't forget, because I always have hard time searching for my files when uploading, so yes. Dun dun dun! Okay, now we're finishing with the front. We can start designing the back of the photo card. I didn't want it to look weird and off, so I just copy and paste the same gradient thing I set up for the front. To be honest, I didn't really have a dot in my mind when I was doing this, so I just drew a stroke and then I put in the text. Apparently, it turned out pretty well. Yeah, it turned out pretty well, in fact. So yeah, I liked it a lot. Once again, guys, don't be afraid to mess around. So here, look at me. I'm like trying different text, different version of the text, different colors. Well, even though in the end I still stick with white, but I got to see what actually fits the best in this case. And then moving on to printing. Okay, so moving on to the printing part, I actually did find a lot of tutorials, and apparently the one I think that works the best for me was the Microsoft document. But make sure remember that the order is flipped. So if Sua is 1, then for the back, which is aka the second piece of paper that's going to be printed, Sua is going to be on the right on the second piece of paper as number 2. Okay, so now it is ready to be first test printing. Apparently it didn't work on my computer, so I uploaded and shared it with my iPad. But sorry, it's in a different language. You're just simply double checking that there's no extra column, indent, space, but only that 2 space key bar that I insert between the 2 photos. Make sure it's printed double-sided. Okay, since this was a test print, I used black and white ink, and this is when I figured my first mistake. I had an extra row that I pressed enter. So this is what happens when I print double-sided. Looking at the front and back. So that is a complete fail, but it's okay because we learned from those mistakes. Now I know that I'm pressing like delete. Clean those rows, no empty columns. Okay, ready for second test print. Okay, so this is the time I think I actually did it perfectly. There was no extra rolls and stuff, and when I shot it to a light, yeah, the front and back match together. So this is when I call it like, whoo, okay, we did it. It's like perfect. Yeah, so nothing really is perfect in the beginning, but after a couple tries, I did figure that, okay, now I just gotta make sure I gotta get this checked off so that there won't be any weird printing errors. But here, I somewhat do feel like printing is a pretty big cause. The paper I'm using right now is normal A4 document papers, but you know, it's Photocard, and normally Photocard paper weighs more heavier, so that means they're more harder. Even though there's a laminating layer, I still think that it should be a better quality, in fact, or I'm also considering of going to manufacture it. Somewhat I do feel like I have a bad quality printer with my printer, at least, because here after printing I see the line marks there. I don't quite know what might have caused that, but definitely is not okay. Okay, some reviews. After trying to do all this myself, self-printing, self-drawing, I really enjoyed the process of it, but that printing part wasn't really ideally, so I think I'm gonna go manufacture it. But yeah, I did like how the art turned out. I actually pretty much liked it. Last but not least, thank you for watching till the end. If possible, I might also record a packaging video once I receive my first order, which probably is gonna be my friend. Yeah, stay tuned. See y'all next time.